Hello everyone, welcome to the Stock Martin channel. I have a great Lucid video for you today. We are going to be talking about that Lucid Motors stock out there. I have been seeing a lot of negative news about Lucid Motors as a company. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that are talking negative about Lucid Motors, but I want to give you my take on it. Before we get down into this, if you can please give me that thumbs up, they'll share my video with others around YouTube and keep me alive. If you are new to the channel, I would like to invite you to the community. Hit that subscribe button, hit all on the notification bell, and you can get all my updated videos. But we are going to be talking about Lucid Motors stock today. I do think that this is a good company, but I'm going to tell you why in this video. Also, we are going to be talking about some of the bad news that are out there, especially on YouTube. There are a lot of negative people, YouTubers out there talking about Lucid Motors as a company, saying that they are a fraud, pretty much saying that, they are making all these claims that they can't do, that are a fraud company. And I would like to give you my take on this. But first, I did want to talk to you about very big news coming up this week. I do think that next week, it's going to be the last week of October. I think it's going to be very critical for Lucid Motors as a company, but most importantly for its investors, the Lucid Motor investors. So we have seen out there that Peter Rawlinson, the CEO of Lucid Motors, has promised that the deliveries of the Lucid Air Dream vehicles will start at the end of October. Well, next week is the end of October, and this is going to be very important for its stock and its company as a whole, because we do need to have credible companies out there. I know a lot of investors have been burned quite a bit on startup EV companies. We've heard a lot of companies out there that crashed and burned. I won't name all of them, but most recently, I just wanted to mention Nikola. So a lot of investors did get burned on that because it was a fraud company that did come out there and say that they had a product, they had a truck out there that was an electric truck. It could go, so many miles. And then we noticed that the news started to come out there, and we did see that true colors of the company, that it was just rolling down a hill without any electric power. So definitely this has put in a shadow on electric vehicle startup companies. And definitely I understand a lot of people's fears and uncertainty and doubt on EV startup companies. But where Lucid Motors is different, in my opinion, is that they do have a product out there. It has been tested by organizations. The United States have tested this. The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, has tested Lucid Motors. They're unbiased, and they really have nothing to gain if Lucid Motors fails or succeeds. What they do is they test each and every vehicle out there. So we have seen that Lucid Motors does have a product out there. It has been tested by media. It has been tested by experts. And so far, Lucid has made promise on all of its news out there regarding its product. Even though that Lucid Motors actually said that the Lucid Air Dream could go 517 miles on a single battery charge, the EPA actually proved that it could go a lot further. It went 520 miles. But it is good news that it went above and beyond what Lucid Motors says. I do think that Lucid Motors as a company is a very new startup company. It is going to have bumps in the road, especially right now with productions. It is going to be very hard with production because you have that chip shortage, you have supply issues. So not just Lucid is affected, all vehicles are affected out there. But EV companies right now, such as Lucid, are just starting off. This is going to be critical for them to get the vehicle right. So Lucid Motors, in my opinion, I do think that it wants to get best foot forward out there. It has taken time to get the vehicles out there and delivered to its customers. I do think that the moment is now. I do think that the moment will be this week. Very critical week for Lucid Motors, but most importantly, as its stock. If Lucid Motors does have its deliveries in its vehicles this coming week, my projection is that this stock will retest that $26. It has been its resistance in the past few weeks. I do think that we will test that resistance, and we will go beyond that resistance to about $28 this week if we start seeing deliveries. The sooner we start seeing the deliveries, the better. So we'll definitely have to keep you updated. I will continue making videos and on the news about Lucid Motors on this. Now let's look at the flip side. Let's say we go to Friday of next week and we do not see one delivery vehicle or any deliveries announced by Lucid Motors. I definitely think that this stock will be hurt and will be hurting very bad. I do potentially think that it could go under $20, but we'll definitely have to see, because I think a lot of investors will have that fear and will start selling off because they will not have that belief in the company, because we have heard a very big promise from the CEO of Lucid Motors. I did just want to roll a clip of something that Lucid Motors CEO Peter Rawlinson said at September 28th, whenever they did have its open door factory at Lucid Motors in Arizona. This is what the CEO Lucid Motors said.
And then I pledge to you that we will be delivering cars to the hands of customers in October. Production has already effectively started. The cars we're rolling off the line today are for our sales and marketing fleet. And some of the cars on this end of the line are actual customer cars we're building today.
So now, as you have seen, Lucid Motors CEO Peter Rawlinson did make a promise that vehicles will be coming out to its customers at the end of October. Well, we have that October weekend coming up. So next week will be very critical for the company. And let's just take a look at its stock and see what it's doing right now. As of Friday, last Friday, the stock did go down by 1.4% at $24.11. But I have been saying in the past, if this stock goes below $23, I think you are getting a very good deal in this stock. I have also been saying in the past that if this stock is under $25, if you are holding it at least 1 year from now, it is a good purchase price in this stock. We have traded sideways in the last 1 week, but we'll definitely have to see, because next week will be very critical. There could be either a really nice buying opportunities, or the stock might pop up, but then you will have swing traders that will be taking some profits out there. If we do go back 1 month on Lucid Motors stock, it has been down about 5.2% in the last month, but this is where we retested that resistance point. On September 29th, we did hit a resistance point in Lucid Motors stock at $26.28. We have seen this one time before that as well. On September 21st, we did see a resistance also at $26.86. But since then, we have gone as low as $22.60, which was on October 13th, which is the base of this stock. But again, if we do not have those deliveries coming out next week, definitely, in my opinion, I do think that we will go way under this and we could get into the teens on this stock. Now, I did want to transition and talk to you about what TipRank says out there. So far, the Lucid stock investors out there have increased about 5% in the past week their positions in Lucid Motors holdings. And in the past 30 days, there have been about 4.4% more investors in Lucid Motors stock. But if you look at the average holdings of all profiles that are according to TipRanks, there are about only 2% of all portfolios hold Lucid Motors stock. It is very positive. It is very positive news, because I do definitely think a lot of people that are invested in Lucid are excited and seeing that the deliveries could happen, which would be great news for the stock. Now, transitioning and talking to you about the Smart Score, Lucid Motors has dropped a little bit. At one point, we were at a 9 of a Smart Score, which is a strong buy, but we are quite neutral right now, as we are still waiting on that news if Lucid Motors can deliver this week. If they can, I definitely think that this will pop up and it will have a Smart Score of 8 or 9. But moving forward, I do definitely think that this stock will do good. I do believe in Lucid Motors as a company. I am still very bullish on this company. This is a very new startup company. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that are saying that this company does not have a product out there, but we have seen the product. We have had a lot of media out there, Motor Trend, Road and Track, Car and Driver, all have tested this vehicle. We had the EPA, which is a non-biased governmental entity, that did test this vehicle also, and it did get the longest battery range out of any vehicle out there. It had 520 miles on one single charge. It did take away Tesla's crown of having the longest battery range out there, which used to be the Model S long-range version, could go 405 miles. Well, now Lucid Motors has taken that away, and it has over 115 miles longer than that Tesla. So definitely, I do think that this company can make it, but we'll definitely have to see. The big demand is there. I am seeing that demand with the reservations, the 13,000 reservations and counting. Lucid Motors is also looking to expand elsewhere. As we have recently heard, they are now starting to sell their vehicle in Canada. They have opened the reservations up to Canada as well. And they are looking forward in next year to start selling in the European Union and in the Middle East as well. So definitely big things to come, but it is still a brand new company out there. It will have those bumps in the road, but we'll definitely have to see if they can go through and mass produce this vehicle. That will be its Achilles heel, and definitely we'll have to see. They do have a lot of challenges out there because of the chip shortage and the supply issues, but as a company, as a product, I think it will do very, very well. We are still at the very beginning stages of this stock, so we definitely have huge potentials moving forward, but this company will be very massive, will do very, very good, again, in my opinion, but there are still very steep slopes to climb with this company. But if you like this video, please give me that thumbs up, the like button, so this can be shared around the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you are new to the channel, I would like to welcome you to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get all of the videos I put out there. But thank you again so much for all your support. I have put down some links down below that can give you free shares of stock. If you open an account with Moomoo using my link down below, you will get a free share of stock just for opening an account. If you put down $100, you will also get a free share of stock. It could be Lucid Motors, which was promoted last month, and definitely we can get you some free stocks out there if you deposit money in the accounts using the links down below. But thank you again so much for all your support, and I can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you.